Good day, grade 12s. Today we're going to be looking at a new topic, namely retained income. But retained income can also be called unappropriated profits or accumulated profits. Now, I do not know which of those three terms are going to appear in your final exam. So please know that they are synonymous. Know that if they talk about unappropriated profit and you've been using retained income or accumulated profit, they are talking about exactly the same thing. So what is retained income? Retained income are the profits that are not distributed to shareholders, but retained. Retained simply means kept for future use. What future use? Expanding the business, buying machinery and equipment known as capital items, paying dividends, buying back shares. So it's always good that a company has money set aside for either one or more of the items I have mentioned. So where do we calculate our retained income? And for the lesson, I'm just going to use the term retained income. It is calculated in my appropriation account after tax and dividends have been paid. So quite simply, my net profit appears in my appropriation account. With my net profit, I'm going to pay my income tax and I'm going to pay my shareholders for dividends. And the money that is left over after I have paid the income tax and the shareholders for dividends is known as my retained income. And so I'm going to debit the appropriation account and I'm going to credit retained income. So how does that look in the general ledger? You will see that here I have my net profit of 100,000 Rand. From my net profit, I'm going to pay income tax of 30,000. So if I said 100 minus 30, I've now got 70,000 Rand left. Then I'm going to pay my ordinary share dividends to my shareholders, which is 40,000. So 100 minus 30 gave me 70, minus 40 gives me 30. And so my retained income is 30,000 Rand. So simply take your net profit minus income tax minus ordinary share dividends, and whatever's left over is your retained income. So retained income forms part of the shareholders' equity. So for my double entry, I am going to credit the retained income account. As I said, this forms part of shareholders' equity and will be shown in the balance sheet as retained income. This income is kept for the entire year. 1 year later, what am I going to do with this retained income when I reach the last day of the financial year? I'm going to transfer it from my retained income account to my appropriation account, and I'm going to add it to my net profit. So now I not only have my net profit to distribute, I have my net profit plus the retained income from last year. And to do that, I'm going to debit the retained income account and I'm going to credit the appropriation. Have a look here. Can you see this 30,000 Rand was the retained income from last year? Have a look at the date, 28th of February 20.1. I now want to move it out of retained income and add it to my net profit. And so I am going to debit my retained income and I'm going to credit it to appropriation. And I now not only have 120,000 Rand, which is my net profit, but I also have the 30,000 Rand from last year, which I can distribute. So in total, I've got 150,000 Rand to pay my income tax and my ordinary share dividends. And whatever is left over will be my retained income. And I will deal with this retained income in exactly the same way as I did at the beginning of the lesson. So we have now looked at retained income at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year. For homework, I would like you to study how to record retained income at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. And needless to say, will you please do the required exercises to familiarize yourself and to become totally au fait with the dealing of retained income. See you next time.